Hey, shalom. Hello, everyone. Blessed Sunday and new week. Today is Sunday, I believe is the 7th. Yep. Bear with me a second, please. Yes. It's Sunday, the 7th of July, 2024. And yes, I haven't been on here for a while because I have been busy. But I've received quite a quite a few messages by Instagram and a couple of messages by my email. And I want to apologize. If you're listening and you sent me an email, you know that I haven't responded. I have been really busy. However, um, I have made time to get back to people who reached out to me on Instagram. So one of the reasons I left it this long before recording a video to post is because I wanted to be sure, or at least have an idea what exactly is going on. I think some of you think I work for or with Daoversal, but I don't. I'm a community member like yourselves. It's just that I do these videos to help people, you understand, especially those who for one reason or another are not plugged in and may not necessarily know what is going on. And I know a lot of people have either lost contact or just no longer communicating with their former people that introduced them to the original Hyperverse. So I guess this is a way of helping people generally. This video isn't going to be too long, and I will not be sharing my screen. I just thought to quickly come up here and just do something and let you know what I know. Okay. I've already gotten back to a few of you by messaging, like I said earlier. Now, I just want to quickly remind people in the beginning, if you go back and watch some of my videos from the beginning, going back to August last year, I did allude to the fact, in fact, I mentioned it quite a few times. But Daoversal do not they don't owe us money. They didn't get our funds from the Hyperverse corporate, whoever they are. So technically, we do not have money in Daoversal, at least not from Hyperverse anyway. Now, for people who land staking and planets and all of that, that's different. But as far as the funds that we had stuck in Hyperverse and then starting on the TFA initiative, Daoversal doesn't have your money. They don't have my money. The Hyper people got away with that, and may God help them wherever they are and whoever they are. Really past that now. Now these guys, from the beginning, they did say that they were allocating 80% of their own business revenue for 3 years to help the Hyperverse community at least get some of their funds back. Maybe not everything, but at least get something back. Just better than nothing, because really with Hyperverse, hyper community, we really didn't have anything, everything was gone. Now people are like, well, but I mean, the money was moved to the hyper community platform. I'm going to repeat myself. It's just the data. It's like having a snapshot of your account, but you don't actually have money sitting there. So it's not like, oh, I moved my money from the hyper community into Daoversal. No, we didn't. We just authorized, they already acquired the membership anyway, the membership data. But this was just us formally authorizing to move over, migrate into Daoversal. And a lot of you already are aware that it's no longer possible to migrate anything from the hyper community if you haven't already done it They did give us time. A lot of people dragged their feet. Some eventually got on board just in the last, just before the deadline. Sadly, some people didn't get round to doing it. It was already too late. So I don't guess, they did say the reason for switching it off earlier than I guess initially planned was because of all the bad press with Mr. Lee and the Hyperverse as a whole. So they needed that separation because Daoversal is not Hyperverse. Okay. So I just want to first and foremost reiterate that you didn't move money, not physical money, into Daoversal. It wasn't like I have this money sitting here and I've moved it in here. It was just the data, snapshot of what we still had as at the time. The membership database was acquired. So I remember I think the way I phrased it on one of the first two videos I made. Daoversal acquired our membership database and everything, really, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's how it stands. Now, fast forward to people getting involved with the TFA, started charging. I remember I did encourage people, charge your accounts. I showed people how to do it. I've been charging daily myself. A lot of us that started in the beginning, from the onset, we got to 30%. Hooray! 30%. We're now going to daily start receiving 0.15%, I think. Anyway, get a certain percentage daily released that we could accumulate, and as long as you have up to 10 DU, you can withdraw in USDT. Okay. That was simple, it was clear. I was looking forward to it personally. I'm like, I'm not going to withdraw, I'm just going to let it accumulate, maybe 100 maybe 100 DU, and then I can withdraw 100 USDT, because what's the point of withdrawing 20 USDT? So that was the whole idea. A lot of us were excited, we're looking forward to it, and everything stopped. I was just as shocked as a lot of you. But in fairness, they did make announcement that things weren't sustainable the way it was going. And I think it dawned on them, the more we had more people, getting to 30% and, starting to withdraw. And I guess they realized that the model they had there'll be no longevity. It wasn't sustainable. And these guys, knowing one fully well that they do not owe us money. Secondly, if they are dishing out what they are earning as revenue going towards TFA, and seeing that it's not sustainable, maybe they're not getting as much revenue as they expected. And then before you know it, Daoversal as an ecosystem would go under. Now, if you're a businessman, a businesswoman, you want to make sure that your platform is well structured to survive. And for that reason, they needed to restructure certain things. Now, DAO-T, I'm not going much into DAO-T. This is not about DAO-T. This is strictly about TFA. But DAO-T is their own token, which they already had planned. That was already part of their plan. It wasn't something that they cooked up, along the way. It's always been there. And if anyone listening has been following the announcement channel, you would have come across this on the 27th of June. I'm going to read this out, because before I read this out, this is Jonah's own words. They had some platform update, and this has to do with restructuring, bringing in DAO-T, launching and listing on an exchange and all of that. So they needed to update the platform. They changed how staking rewards and all of that would be released. So along with the update, obviously certain things stopped. And I remember, I mean, I stake land. I mean, not a lot, but I do stake land. When the rewards kind of stopped coming in, and then we didn't get points, I think for a couple of days or so. So it wasn't just the TFA, the land staking points. I didn't get it for a couple of days, a couple of months ago or thereabout. But then the land one I noticed continued. So I was hoping that TFA would start as well, but it didn't. As you know, not only are we not getting the rewards, we're not getting the points to be able to charge our account. And looking back to communication, from Daoversal on the 27th of June, Jonah pinned this message. Now it has to do with I read one bit first and then jump down to his brief comment about TFA. It says, we have noticed some confusion regarding the recent changes to the staking rewards mechanism. Now, here are answers to some common questions. Why have my staking rewards changed? It says, as we mentioned multiple times, we are introducing a new staking model to ensure the sustainability of the project. This model is part of our latest platform update. And then it goes on to talk about, land purchase under the new mechanism and the tokens and all of that. I don't want to get into all that now. But then moving forward, a bit down, his comment regarding TFA, he just had that as a bullet point. TFA is currently paused as it does not align with our current staking model. But we are exploring other solutions. This was 27th of June. Now, since then, I haven't really seen anything, no proper updates as regarding the TFA. One thing I do know is that the focus has been on getting the DAO-T launched, listed, getting the overhaul, the platform restructuring and all of that. And some are still coming into effect, even though there's the back end system updates and all, but to actually start implementing it. So the sort of rewards that people staking land would receive, I'm expecting that, we're in July now, that we're going to be seeing more of that. But with regards to the TFA, for the moment, guys, TFA is paused. We can't even withdraw for land staking. So the withdrawals didn't only stop for TFA, it stopped for the other, for staking land as well. But they are changing that because somebody I saw a comment as I was looking through today on my channel about DAO-T withdrawals. They're looking at, getting that implemented at, I believe, sometime in July. I don't have date. I haven't seen any specific date. But please, guys, are we disappointed? Absolutely. It's almost like you've got a wound and then someone who you thought was on your side, you're in the process of healing, and then someone just digs something in and then they're sort of just, twisting it in and making your wound even worse than it was in the beginning. I believe that's how it would be for a lot of people. But I just want to encourage you. See, I'm a very positive person. Not stupid, not naive, but I choose to be positive. For the moment, TFA is paused because they've seen that it's not sustainable. It doesn't really quite match or fit the restructuring, and they need to explore other ways. Now, this is my own approach. I'm patiently waiting to see what comes of this. They haven't said that they've stopped it. Daoversal haven't gone under. They haven't gone bust or anything like that. To the best of my knowledge, there's still, it's like people trying to ensure that their platform does not what's the word now? They don't go bankrupt, if I can. That's my word. They haven't used that word. Okay. So I would say be patient. And for those who feel like you had money in there and they deprived you of your money, please, I already said this in the beginning. You don't actually have money in there. They are helping you and helping me. So if they are kind of in trouble, if it looks like they are going to be in trouble if they continue dishing this thing out without taking a step back, then everything goes bust, and we don't want that. So I would say, let's hope and pray that they succeed and that they're able to continue with the TFA process and whatever restructuring is necessary in order to make it sustainable. I hope and pray that something good comes up. For the moment, please, look, life is beautiful, life is short. One day you're 10 years old, the next minute you're 30, next minute you're 50. So it goes pretty fast, very quickly. So take time. Don't dwell so much on Hyperverse went bust, God knows how for how many years now. This came out of nobody expected this. So please, I know I haven't withdrawn money yet for TFA. I haven't taken money out. So don't think somebody might, oh yeah, she's probably gotten quite a bit of her money. No, I haven't. But get busy with other things. Don't close yourself up. If you want to look for another job, if there's a business idea or something, just please do something. Do not just sit back and wallow in I don't know, I don't want to use the word self-pity, but don't let this get you down. It's not the end of the world. Do you understand? I'm not making light of it. I'm just trying to encourage people to not don't despair and feel like, oh, I had my hopes in this. Yes, people hoped. But please, these guys do not have our money. Let's patiently wait and hopefully let's see what happens. Okay. They say it's not over until it's over. They say until the fat lady sings. I think that's it. So let's please guys be positive, live life, live life. Do something that your heart longs for. Do something productive with yourself. Don't just throw your hopes and everything on Daoversal or what's happened from Hyperverse. We can't help that it's happened already. Let's move on. Let us move on. I'm certainly moving on. Now, sorry, before I forget, if you're not staking land, if all you did is a TFA, there's really no need to keep logging in daily. Just keep your ears open and watch out for announcement for when they start releasing the points again, because there are no points to collect and charge. So there's no point really logging in. I stake a bit of land. I log in every few days now. But if all you're doing in Daoversal is TFA, then there's no point logging in because you won't have points to collect. As soon as they announce that it's available again, and it's actually available, points are there to collect, I will make a video, even if it's 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes, to say, guys, may not have heard, but points have been, you can collect points and charge again. Then I will do that. But for the time being, please do something else. Live your life, live your life, live your life. So once again, I'm not making light of it. I do understand, but I choose to be positive and I choose to move on other areas of my life. And hopefully let's see how this goes. So I'm going to end it here. I hope this video isn't longer than 25 minutes. I'm not sure how long I've been sitting here. But guys, yes, that's me done. I hope this encourages you. Don't be angry, don't be sad. Don't feel like, woe is me, woe is me. Why does this always have to happen? Hyperverse, hypernation, hypercosmos, or this or that, Daoversal. Just chill. Okay. It is well. I like to say that it is well. And have a blessed week. I hope whatever you choose to do, you're fruitful and that you have some peace. And God bless and keep us all. Shalom. And this is me signing out. Much love.